passionate convener of the Strap and Save Child Foundation, a non-profit organization she founded in 2009 to champion child safety advocacy. Driven by alarming statistics she encountered, Bola has dedicated her life to creating safer environments for children at home, in schools, and on the road. Under her leadership, the foundation has collaborated with organizations such as the FRSC, Lagos State Safety Commission, and the Ministry of Education, impacting over 25 million lives through advocacy, training, and awareness programs through several media, as well as through the creation of safety clubs in 25 Lagos State secondary school under district. Please, can we just clap? Under District 6, yes. You know, sometimes when we are hearing these things, it should just ensure, you know when to clap. We will not cue you in. I continue. Bola is also the CEO of Mary Edwards Soft Furnishings, an interior design and space management company she established in 2005. Her career spans over 26 years with professional experiences at Communication Trends Nigeria Limited and Shell Petroleum Development Company, SPDC. A graduate of the University of Lagos, she holds a bachelor's degree in business administration, a master's in labor relations, and a diploma in interior design from Allison School of Design, UK. She also holds certifications in project management, CPR, safeguarding, and women in digital business. This is another time for you to clap, ladies and gentlemen. Her entrepreneurial journey extends into building finishing, where she runs a block molding factory alongside her leadership in various industries, including oil and gas, IT, and fashion. She's also deeply involved in professional organizations such as the Nigerian Institute of Management and NECA's Network of Entrepreneurial Women. As part of NNEW, she has served as financial secretary from 2018 to 2024 and currently serves as national vice president. Bolanle's influence, yes, thank you, is further felt as a public relations officer of the Lagos Finishing School and as a board member of Overland Consulting and Nigerian Unites for Road Safety. She also contributed significantly as Director of Programs and Events for CIO Club and Suits Africa. Please, a round of applause. Her work has been recognized with several awards, including the Outstanding Resource Person of the Decade at Lagos Traffic Radio's 10th anniversary in 2012, a passionate marriage counselor and youth empowerment advocate. Bola is a true nation builder. I'm sure we can attest to that. In her personal time, she enjoys traveling, reading inspirational books, watching movies, and spending quality time with her family. Bolanle Edwards embodies resilience, leadership, and a relentless drive to make the world a safer and better place. Ladies and gentlemen, for the very first time this evening, the convener, the trailblazer behind the Strap and Save Child Foundation, Bolanle Edwards.
What the Lord has done. Oh, see what the Lord has done. What we waited for has come to pass. See what the Lord has done. Take the stage, Lord, and have your way. I'm just a temple, nothing more. When you're done, please take the glory. I'm satisfied just to see you glorified. 5. So, all protocols duly observed. Little did I know that the vision God gave me some 4 years ago would turn out to be this 12-year-old preteen we are celebrating here today. We actually turned 12 years, April 25 to be precise. But you know, things happen, so we're having it now. Better late than never, yes? So, I still recall so vividly the dreams and visions God gave me whilst in God's waiting room. Yes, we waited for 7 years before we had our first issue. I kept fighting the nudge until this fateful day. I saw a father driving his baby on his lap on our way to church. Something literally died in me that morning. Then my darling husband urged me to find out how I could link up with the FRSC instead of acting like a crazy human being on the road. Because I find myself blocking cars and having to tell them to restrain their children that are moving, back and forth and restraining the car. So I called my very good friend, Christopher Wando. He used to be my former boss and a very good friend, who then gave me the number of the sector commander then, Jonas Ago. Then I called him and he said, please, madam, come for a meeting on Monday. Then I walked into his meeting, into his room that Monday, his office on Monday. And all he said was, this is a fantastic, it's a laudable idea. The more, the merrier. And in fact, he said, this is what he actually, it's actually it's a project that is very dear to him. And he's also been running it in Lagos. So we started, collaboration kicked off. And he said, madam, you'll get a collaboration letter before the end of the day. And he did fulfill his promise. Thank you, Oga Jonas. I know he's watching. He couldn't make it here from Abuja today. It definitely hasn't been a smooth journey. It's been a rough and tough road. I have cried over children's neglect, felt lonely, burnt out at times, running free programs for schools, for communities, for religious houses, and this took a real chunk of at the expense of my family. Money that I would have to use for something else. I'm using it for these purposes. And what really beat me then was when I walk into organizations and I tell them that, please support this cause, and they tell me, sorry, madam, this is not in our CSRs for the year. Come back another time. And I'll say, okay, no problem. You'll come looking for us one day. So I forgave them all, like I said, and today again, I'm forgiving all of them because they will so come right out after us. So after the 10 years, we looked back and said, we need to do something to celebrate this. And I said, okay, it couldn't work, that we're still going to have it in another year. So this year came and I said, okay, fine. We're going to have this. And I had a meeting with our team and they said, this is a faith project, so how are we going to do it? I said, it will happen. So SSCF has really stretched my knowledge from safety to political analysis, to mental health issue, to inclusivity, which are, can be quite daunting, but I told myself that I would take on the challenge. Right now, we currently run in 25 secondary schools in Lagos State. We run safety clubs in those schools, and those schools have indeed been our pivotal plug into coming into that space for the children who need to speak with us. Private schools, endless. We have over 10 of them that are running safety clubs right now, and more are still calling on us to come there. I'm even trying to put all my thoughts together here. Please, can you please clap? So, as a round-off, I believe everyone here has had some kind of connection with SSCF. So this is a family gathering, so consider yourself a family. We are here today to capture the things we have done, the things we are doing, and the things that we'll love to do in the next 5 years. So that by 2029, we can say for a fact that we have reached out to and saved over 50 million lives in and around the world. that is when our pillar 3 and 4 in the Sustainable Development Goal can make a lot of sense. And by 2030, we have also been able to have the death rate by 50%. You are once welcome to this milestone event because we're about to begin to become a teenager. We are in our 13th year right now. We are preteen. So we are going to be a teenager. And for those who have teenagers, you know how it is to have teenagers. So I know that we're going to have those hard knocks, and we're going to really have to learn the ropes. I will end by thanking a lot of people who have supported us so far. I can't begin to mention names here. People that would look at us and say, you know what, this is my little token, this is what I can give towards what you're doing. We have First Bank. They are trying, but First Bank, if you are here, you can do better. All right? We're going to nudge them. We have National Sea Dog. If you are here, please show yourself. Thank you, NAS UK. Thank you so much. We have a Friesland Campaigner. They've also been very supportive. And I will not stop by mentioning media houses that have also helped us here. Back in the day, we've had media houses like Traffic Radio supporting us. Victor, if you are here, wave. Thank you, Victor. Victor Terry. Mr. and Mr. Terry, thank you for coming. Cool FM, Beat FM, Wazobia TV, Channels TV, Women Radio, Classic FM, Echo FM, Guardian Newspapers, NTA to Channel 5. I went there once. I was on NTA to Channel 5. iImpact TV, CT FM, and BBC London. BBC London actually recognized us last year. And we had an interview with them. You see, Strap and Save Child is a baby that's so dear to me. And I'm going to tell you a story of a little child here amongst us today. When it's time to recognize her, she's the hero of this entire event. At times when I get stories of children being kicked or being hit by a moving vehicle, I cry. I cry so much so that my husband will be saying, you have to take it easy. It's not all the children of Nigeria that you can save. I said, but those little ones, who is watching after them? Who's going to save them? 2 years ago, we had a terrible accident in front of a Millennium Secondary School in Ojoju. And those children innocently had just left school and they were going home. And unfortunately, a terrible driver that was on over 100 kilometers per kilometer at that hour was coming and ran into those children who were back in the traffic. And 2 of those children died. A lot of them sustained injury. One of them is an only child that they waited for before they had that child. And it's business as usual, things have gone on. I'm telling the story so that we can know how dear it is for us to be part of what we're doing. We actually went the long haul to write the Ministry of Education and Transportation that we would like to pull funds by ourselves, by funders, to put a speed bump in front of that school, put school zone signs there, and all we heard was that, don't worry, it's in their purview that they will do it, that the road needs to actually be expanded, and the school is still the same way it is. We made a lot of advocacy in the papers, we spoke on the TV, and as we speak 2 years after, those children are not forgotten. I haven't forgotten them, but the government have forgotten those children. And that school again have over 4,000 children there, and their lives are just there. Anything could still happen to them. And because it hasn't happened to them doesn't mean that it will not happen to them. So it's a clarion call just to appeal to us that there's so much to do in this space for children. A lot of people neglect our children. You don't see them, we don't even think about them, they're not in the budget, nobody thinks about what happens to them. But here today is just for us to have small conscience and say that I will do better. Can we all say I will do better?